Right out. So we're off the commercial bit of the campsite. This is where people are just having a wander through the sand dunes. So we're going to try and get a little bit more on this side of things and just be a bit more out of the way. As you can see, it's extreme off-road. These Fiestas are heavily overland equipped. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. We look like we're on an expedition till you was on Kane.
Right, so we've got up to the island now. Can't be too loud because there's a couple of other people asleep in the car park, but basically we can't find anywhere to pull in. The one access road that we've got to the actual beach, it's got a barrier on it and there's a security guard that's not letting us past. So what we've done, found this little spot in this corner of this car park. Stu's got the swag down there, and yeah, what we'll do, first thing in the morning, we'll pack this away, we'll have some breakfast and we'll have a drive down, see if we can get in that little access road. I'll see you then.
Again?
And here we see Mandu battle with a swag.
No.
The primitive primate struggles on in his endless endeavour to roll the swag up with a fishing sleeping bag in it.
I'm taking the bag out because it's not going to work.
So true to tradition, we're in Wales and it's beautiful weather as always. We're just on Shell Island at the minute. So here you can see it's the beginning of the causeway, and this road here, it's a tidal road, so you've got to time it right. The tide's on its way out now, so we're good. But obviously you can get trapped on this island if you're not careful. So yeah, we're going to get across there and see if we can get on the beach.
It's a nice day for it.
Every time I come out with you, it is literally every time. It were red hot sunshine yesterday, but no, Mr. Selfish here has to blow his engine up.
If it ain't raining, it ain't training. Like a numpty, I forgot my shower gel, but not as bad as them numpties in there.
Yeah, that's bad.
Leave with me too. Prophet's royal.
Foraging, urban foraging, Stu.
Urban foraging.
I keep God first. I see evil, I evil when I converse. Not today, say. This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Go, 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 go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off. Son of God, no, I am not son of man. Blessings keep falling, the fingers keep coming in. I got you, but just know I'm texting like Uncle Sam. Left to the bank, you know that I'm coming in.
Wow, this is soft. I think this is our spot though, mate. We're reckon park side on, holding out that way, and
Yep,
can't think of a better spot than this. Sweet. Absolutely loads of food in this rocky outcrop. I'll just see if I can get a bit more. It's a little bit hard to do this. We're balancing on the rocks one-handed and trying to get it, but what we're after, you can see in here, got mussels. That one's obviously been picked out already. That. Razor clam, yeah, there's
the shells, but I haven't come across
plenty of scran in here. Right, so in the back of here, there's 2 or 3 there, a few here, look at them all. So if you're hungry, well, there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in this 1 metre square, you've got enough for a meal for one person. And all it is, that far from the sea, we're literally that far from where everyone's parked up, and we're only going to take that much because that's all we need. We'll leave the rest for another day.
So that's the thing with foraging, is you can go for miles and miles and miles and there's nothing. I mean, it's taken us about 20 minutes and we've got enough for, you know, a good bit for 2 people with something like rice or whatnot. But in this one little section here, there's more in these 2 or 3 little pools here than what we've collected over the last 20 minutes. It's just this is the sweet spot. What I tend to look for is, if you can see this bit of a sandbar here, and then this is a low-lying area, and the water's just creeping back and trying to find its way through all the rocks and back out to sea, which leaves a lot of these little pools. So before all the seagulls and everything get to it, you know, we've got in there first.
Okay, so we've got another sweet spot. So, as you can see just here, always there. Just come down here. Loads more. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20 or 30 just in this little section, and this is another section again. Come over here. Again, everywhere.
Alright, here's what I like to do with my mussels, is get one mussel and use it. Oh yeah.
That worked well.
Oh, that's lovely. That is really nice.
So what we've got here?
This is mussels, beer and chilli. That's it. And a few stones. A few stones and a bit of sand, but yeah.
He's off the beach half an hour ago. So for those that are wondering, what I'll do is Stu's video will be probably up before this one comes out. So what I'll do is I'll put a link at the end of this one to his channel. So check his channel out, and he's doing all the same stuff, but he does all the epic cooking and everything. So yeah, check him out.
You alright there, Rich?
Hashtag survival. Right, so this evening, Stu, what we got?
Oh, just a bit of pasty, some pickle chorizo, there's anchovies, there's stuffed peppers, bit of ham, some garlic. We got garlic bread on the go as well.
Everything. Right, so we got moved on last night because apparently there was a signpost we didn't see as we drove in because it was hammering it down with rain, and we just drove up. Where we were, we'd gone up to the beach car park, gone into the sand dune and just carried on driving through the sand. Found a nice little flat spot and stopped up there. Late, middle of the night, security turned up and said you can't park there. Like it made some sort of difference. So yeah, now I can see why everybody goes down and round into the sand dunes out the way where they're not going to look. So lesson learned. As well as that, because this campsite pretty much owns the whole island, if you ever come here, it's probably worth ringing them first and finding out where you can actually park up before you park up, because that was a right ball ache last night.
So what it is, we've just packed up from 2 days at Shell Island and we're heading out to a location now that we've been sent. But what we're going to do, while we're en route, we're just on a tidal causeway at the minute. So we're just getting eyes on just in these little spots where the water's coming through, see if there's anywhere we can get some crab nets in, something like that, because that'd be a lovely little treat for later on. So yeah, stand by and we'll see what we can bring you. It looks like the fresh water going out, but it's tidal, isn't it? So it's stuff coming in and then it changing.
So what we're doing basically, we're just taking any opportunity we can just to see some food, because them mussels yesterday that we had in the previous video, that was an awesome meal. That we had some good food, so yeah, if we can get more of that, we're on it.
Bends are awesome. Don't mind moving for fans. These Walks drive-thrus are awesome. Right, so what we're doing now, we don't have to do this, we've got loads of water on board on the Land Rover, but while we're on one on the weekend, we've got some fast moving water here. You always want to try and get your water from the fastest moving source possible, because you don't get stagnant water. We've got just a used bottle, got a t-shirt. If there was bits in here, because like you can see with the colour of this, it could be quite peaty, so it's coming off. You can see where it's coming out of the ground, everything. We've had loads of rain. So what you can do is you can get a t-shirt, anything that you've got, even the clothes that you're wearing just temporarily, put it in the water, get the water in, that filters out the biggest of the crap, and then what you can do, you can put your Purity tabs in, or we can use any one of the water filtration bottles that we carry in as bags. We've also got water filtration on the vehicle as well. If we were stuck, what we could do, I'd have to get a little bit closer than this. I've actually got a pipe that runs down, a little onboard pump and everything, and I can pump straight into my grey water tank. Then from my grey water tank, I can use that for whatever I want to use. Then I've got the smaller bottles for you know, individual drinking water. What I want to get at some point is a Lifesaver jerry can, but it's one of them things, it's 200 quid, it's on the list, and I will get one, but with what I've got, it's working for me as I am now. But for multiple people, you want a bigger setup, ideally. I'm going to take this off now, because my clumsy opens half the chance I'll end up in the water with all that kit going in there with it. So I'm not going to need this. It is a nice clean water source. So we're going to get roughly, this is a 1.5 litre bottle, just for demonstration purposes, we're going to get around about a litre here, and then we're going to, just to be sure, it's usually 1 tab for a black bomber, so, you know, it'd be about 1 tablet for there, just to be sure. We can fill the thing up and put 2 in. It just means it just tastes, it's not ideal, but you know you're not going to get sick. is going to be the peat, the soil, everything else. Like I said, there's been loads of rain around here, so it is coming through with some force, so it will gather some bits and pieces. What I'm going to do is take a little bit out, because if it's full you can't shake it up, you can't mix it, so always get a bit of air in there. What we've got in the bag, so in the front, this is my section where I keep my odds and sods, my brew kit, things like that, you know. Got a little bit of high calorie stuff. We've got an unopened brew kit, and right in the front here, just so we can get some separately, it's just the aqua tabs. Okay, shake well, leave for 15 minutes. It's self-explanatory, everything's on here. That's what we do. Fiddly little things. There we go. They're in there. To shake well, leave for 15 minutes. Every couple of minutes, just give it a shake. Make sure every bit of that water is getting the chemicals that are in there. I think it's just like chlorine and things like that. So, swimming pool water. There we go, leave for 15 minutes. Alternatively, if you've got the kit and you've got the space, I know Stu always carries his water filtration with him, but you can just open this up and straight away in here I've got another little El Cheapo water one. When you're looking at these, the main thing is on the filters, you need to make sure that it goes down fine enough that it does viruses, because that's the difference between a good one and a bad one. Most water filters will clean water, but it's the viruses that make you sick. That's that little bit smaller mesh that catches that, okay? Like I said, I've got the lifesaver equipment in the vehicle. I've seen it on here, I can see Stu's bottle as well. He's got the water to go. So there's multiple brands out there, and it's not the expensive item it used to be, so it's well worth a look. And like I say, just make sure you get one that goes right the way down to the smallest particles in the water, because that is all the difference. That's the difference between just getting the chunks out so you get rid of most of it and still being ill, or just doing what it says on the tin and keeping you right. Right, so we've pulled up now, got a lovely little spot here, so yeah, got some nice moving water and stuff. It's a nice spot, there's a few people here though, so we'll only stop the night I think, get the awning out, we'll get some food cooked and have a wander around. There's a lake over in the distance over there, so what we'll do is we're going to check that out, have a walk around, see if we can get some lines in the water and stuff, and see if we can get some more food. I'm going to get one of the half-used gases, I think. we're on a slant here, there's going to be an egg in the corner. It's got adjustable legs.
What are you cooking, Rich?
I'm going to do some egg banjos.
Why'd you call it an egg banjo?
Because when you eat it like this and you spill it down yourself, you can adjust it off. Looks like you're playing the banjo. Look at that, it's levelled it off. Oh, it's the little things in life, isn't it? Great. And it burns my head out when people put a red hot pan and then they put it in and it burns all the bottom of it and it just ruins eggs. So to all them Instagrammers that have all these Gucci shots where it's like all epic in the background and you've got this big fire licking up at the bottom of the pan and they're putting eggs in, you're ruining it. You're wasting food, yeah? Because you're only doing it to show off. Not like us, because we never do that.
We eat it all, everything gets eaten. We're not just doing it for show.
That's some power that in this one. As soon as it starts to bubble, lift it off or turn it down. Takes what? Another minute, 2 minutes and you get a proper egg. Not some absolutely annihilated thing. What happened to that? Come on.
They'll flatten out.
It's a good job I did the egg the same shape, innit? Look at that, look at that, I knew it. That's some Heston Blumenthal stuff, that. Ooh, yes.
Will your eggs explode, Rich?
I can't believe you're filming this while I do it.
But will they? What did you do?
What do you mean, what did I
Give
do?
them a little stab beforehand, didn't you? You know,
I know the score. These are beard man issues. legs apart, assume the stance. Dirty. Am I wearing it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Dirty.
Oh yeah.
Don't, because that guy that messaged me for pictures of my feet, I love this. Give over.
I'm good to you, mate. I know, I'm good to you.
He'll be touching himself over that.
Yeah.
Next person.
I thought it was only women on Tinder and Plenty of Fish. I send messages like that too.
No, mate. No, apparently it's Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Next person to ask for pictures of my feet is getting picked. I'm going to Google like IED victims or something, send them. Oh, if you want a giggle, Google degloved foot.
Nice. I'm stuffing some peppers later.
Just inside the back door, I've got a big roll of black bags. These ones are a little bit crappy, but if you can get the contractor bags, carry some, because it's amazing how much gash and rubbish and odds and sods you find as you're going about. Get everything in there. You can separate it all off if you want to be like well tidy with it. But the amount of times, like when we go out for these little wanders and stuff, you end up coming back with like pockets full of people's rubbish and stuff like that. Just bag it up. If everybody did that, it's just an accumulative value of everything ends up tidied, and it counteracts the scrubbers that are about, isn't it? Great. Get some cups of tea on the go now. The downside of us being on a little bit of a more of a maintained place is normally we've got a bit of a fire going, and all these little wipes and kitchen towel and things like that, we do tend to burn. All the plastics and things, we tend to, if we've got a really hot fire, we'll burn that, because that gets rid of, if it's hot enough, it gets rid of all the chemicals and whatnot. Then at least you've not got single-use stuff going back into bins, things like that. And then all the glass and stuff we'll put to one side. But yeah, we can't really do that at the minute, so it's put it all in there. I've got a bag on, the camp cover bag on the back door, just pop it all in that. If you see a lot of rubbish about when you pull up, you can just bang it straight in. It's no big effort, but it amazes me. You shouldn't really have to say it, but looking around, there's people out there that don't get it, so yeah. Stay in the cities, you weirdos. I bet you didn't know that was a dedicated Ridge Monkey steerer jig. Look how it fits in there. It says on it, you see there where it doesn't say it. The beauty of this stuff is it's so simple to clean. The reason I like this is give it a wipe out like that. You're not using much water, so if you're on foot and water's short, you've got one Special Forces wipe. That's it. So instead of using your water, you've got Tier 1 bum wipes. And that's ready to pack back up and go. There's a newer one to this that I want, and it's got detachable handles, so it packs up that little bit smaller again. I've had this one forever now. The sad thing is, it's one of my favourite camping items. I think since I've had this table, which is one of the best things I've fitted to the Landy, and I've got this set, it just, you know when it's so much just works. And it's, oh, look at this. Nice little bag to put down on the rattles. I think I'm going to get the bigger Gorilla box, because this one, I can fit the burner, the kettle, the gas, and I can put my cutlery up here, but I can't get, see the plates that I've got, and the bigger one, I think you can get the plates in. So I'm going to probably get another one so they stack up in the cupboard. But what I like about it is everything's square apart from the gas bottle. So you've got your little slot there. Shut that down. And there are cheaper ones out there, but these just work really, really well. You could even get a lot of food and bits and pieces in there, because that's still quite a bit of storage, that, isn't it? Chuck your bickies in.
Awesome. What? My thoughts on that gun?
He's burning my head out, so I know it's burning your head out. We've got
already picked up their shit that's blown across the fucking campsite after you just said, literally after you just said.
What? What's the state of this? They've just got shit blowing about everywhere.
I've got something for her.
What's that?
No, I'm gonna have to teach her a lesson.
It's funny that you just keep that in there.
EDC.
EDC.
You never know when you're going to be on the piss and wasted and, oh, you know, young good looking lad.
Did your mum tell you that?
Right, so what we're going to do, it's a bit commercial this site, so we're going to have a bit of a drive about, see if we can see anything better. We've got two choices. We can either come back here, we know where it is now, or we can head back and see if we can get right in the sand dunes and not be bothered tonight.
Off you, Jason. Johnny Big Potato. Oh, yeah, a bit of heritage there for you.
Right, so yeah, we left that spot. Then we got we just went down into the village, got a load of signal, got a message off Mikey, so we head off towards him. We got about an hour towards him, got a message saying he's set off. So we've spun round, we've come back. We've got a fishing licence and everything on the way back. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop here tonight, because there's something to do with, can hardly read it, fishing permits and stuff, so we've got that all sorted. We're going to get ourselves some snap here. Later on we're going to get the fire pit going and everything, and cook a bit of a meal. So yeah, I think this is going to be the pull up for the night, because it's out of the way. If you're not on Instagram, you won't have seen my premiere in survival and all my survival techniques. Part of it is foraging, and one of the things that you forage is when you go for breakfast, they give you lots of little single serving portions, which are far better in your bag when you leave than left there. So stuff like that, all the honeys, peanut butters, Nutellas, things like that, just bang them in your day sack or whatever, and they come in handy when you're camping and stuff, because it's just that nice little sweet treat that you wouldn't normally have, and you don't want to take big pots of stuff, do you? So yeah.
Yeah, but what is that abomination you're doing now?
That is, well, because I've got knackered taste and smell, I quite like strong cheese and chocolate, or strong cheese and honey. It's sweet and savoury, it's a taste sensation, it's the future. Right, so toast is done. What do you reckon, Stu, to my weird concoction?
It works, it actually works.
It actually works. This is what happens when your cupboard full of all your sauces and spreads is above your toaster. You just try things.
Guess I ain't the one to blame. What's done is done, won't change. Time to live up to my name. Real won't be real, fake gon' fall. Took time with this here, I'm made for a while. No sleep in the while, I won't fall. No sleep in the while, I won't eat out. I keep God first. I see evil when I converse. Not today, say. This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Go, 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 go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off.
I don't know what I'm doing, I've done this before. Got to flip the bottle around. I've got a cord on it. Put some holes in the end so we get a free fly. Let's see if we can catch something. Chuck some bait in now. Right. Don't know if you can see that. I've got no idea whether it worked. I've never done it before, but let's give it a go.
So what we're doing now, we've basically gone round all the other, there's loads and loads of burn patches, fire pits and whatnot. So we've gone round, collected everybody's remains and all their rubbish. We're burning all that now, and Stu's putting the fire pit together and I'm going to cook off that. Flip the bag over.
we go, lovely.
So we failed at catching fish and foraging anything other than berries and stuff today. So Stu managed to find a local butcher's, and there's no better than local butcher's. He walked past the place and he said it smelled absolutely amazing, so he went in. So we've got Welsh lamb.
No, this is the chicken.
That's chicken, is it?
There's chicken, the lamb's in there.
We've got some chicken and some Welsh lamb. That does look really good.
Yeah, and that's in there. I've got 3 of each because I've grabbed Mikey one as well, but we've messed up meeting up with him, but never mind. I'm sure you'll forgive us. But yeah, Mikey, that 3rd one was for you. Free again. There you go, Mikey. We got you one of them as well. Oh yeah. That is good.
Right, so we're on Friday. Yeah, good night's sleep, really good night's sleep. A fair few bugs, so we had to get the flamethrower right in the back of the lander last night. Just get them all to go to the light. Then, yeah, decent. We've not been bothered tonight in this spot, but like I say, what we did, we parked up in a fishing spot. Went down to the village, bought a fishing permit for 24 hours, so we put a rod in the water and went to bed. So yeah, technically we're fishing for 24 hours. Which I don't know if you're allowed to do that or not. Technically we were fishing, weren't we? And we paid for fishing, so yeah, it's better than the campsite up there with 7 million people, rubbish, kids, dogs, everything else, and we've got this to camp on. A couple of cars went past, no one bothered us. We've tidied up. There's 1,000,001 fire pits everywhere, so I've just gone around with a shovel, just dug that out a bit, turned it over. It's got half a chance now because it's not too solid that things can grow again. We used the fire pit as well last night, so yeah, decent food as well. So what we're going to do now, I've managed to do a cup of tea, and he's nearly killed him. It wasn't very nice. I've got a coffee on the go. We're going to do some pan out chocolates. I seen this on the Ridge Monkey Instagram page. It's a cracking idea, and we tried it the other day and we had a few beers and it was good. So yeah, get ready for this one. Yeah, so all we're doing, we've got a couple of pan out chocolates, bag them in there, keep flipping them so they don't get too hot on the outside, but what you're doing is just heating up that chocolate on the inside. It all goes gooey, it's a right mess, it's beautiful. Did we catch anything?
No, we did not.
We caught some bread.
Oh, I know. It's kind of in there. We had to go, and we didn't succeed.
If you're not trying, you're not learning, are you? So now we know that. Well, I don't know. I don't think this river's got anything in it. I think we're too close to the sea now.
I don't know.
Thing is, neither of us know anything about fishing, so we've managed to fish in different places by just putting some spinners in, catching a few bits in lakes and stuff. We've gone out to the sea, we've caught little bits, but it's like anything, isn't it? I mean, that's probably the equivalent of some inner city gangster shooting a Glock like that, isn't it? You're still hitting stuff, but you're not shooting, are you? So yeah, it's probably a skill we need to hone a little bit, isn't it? But at the end of the day, we're trying these little traps and whatnot. We need to find a better river. Ideal world is because you don't really go to many rivers where you can sit and look in the eddies and not see life. There's nothing. So it's 50-50 whether the traps and stuff are crap or whether there's just nothing in the river. And I think it's more there's nothing in the river than anything else. But I mean, keep hold of that. We can try that in the sea. So, yeah, we've got crab nets and all sorts in the back anyway, so we'll probably try them.
They're nice and toasty, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Breakfast of champions.
The art to doing your washing properly is squatting like a true slab, not like a Western spy, slab.
I don't know about like a Forest kick, like a Forest sharp. Look at what I'm about.
Right, stuff like this is important because at the end of the day, hygiene in the field, you're going to keep on top of it. People go out on these, you see them on these like social camps and stuff, and they won't touch a shower for days, and they think that no one notices, but they do. You make yourself sick while you're out and about, you're going to stay sick. You're not going to be able to do anything, you're not going to go and get firewood and stuff like that when you're curled up in your pit and you're feeling rough, are you? So yeah, just make sure you're clean, your clothes are clean. It takes note, and you don't have to bag it all up and take it back to mummy either. Get the bulk of this out and we'll use the KFC cooking device, which we didn't film that unfortunately on the way here, but we found that if you get a big bucket of KFC on a 7-hour drive and you put it next to a Defender bulkhead in 35-degree heat and just keep rotating it, the box stays hot all the way. Toyota owners, you'll never get this, but Defender owners with burnt legs, you'll appreciate that one.
You Defender hot plate.
Defender hot plate, yeah. That's my idea, no one take it. Sodgy pie ovens, we've got KFC warming device. Otherwise known as my bulkhead. I ummed and ahed about putting a little tray above my manifold in my engine bay to do rat packs and stuff.
They'll just taste the diesel.
No, they won't, because it's sealed.
They will. I've been there, done that.
Fair one.
But I was in a BV or Viking, can't remember.
You saying doing it lengthwise?
Yeah. High olds. Right, I can only Newton twist them. If you give that a good yank.
It's now an extra long. Right. And later in the programme we'll be tie-dyeing some t-shirts. Right, so what we're going to do, we're just going to break camp now. We're going to square everything away and we're going to set off back to the beach. Because this river's pretty unsuccessful, we're in a national park so we can't go out and shoot anything. So best bet for us, head over to the beach. We're going to see if we can find some more camp spots and we can see if we can get some more food. Appreciated. Right, so what we're doing now, we're on Friday, so we're now heading from inland next to the river, we're heading back out to the coast again. So we're unsuccessful in fishing the river, but doesn't seem to be much life in the river anyway, so I think that's half us being crap at fishing and half there not being much to fish at, or whatever the term would be. Something we need to get more proficient at, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That one, didn't there? River, bridge. Anyway, right, so we're going to get to the coast now, we're going to see what the tide's doing, see if we can get some crabs or lobsters, and go from there.
You've got that?
trying to sort dead people out.
Thought about getting into politics, Rich?
Yeah, I mean, first thing I need, I think, if I get into politics, is a Huey. And we can take all the people that litter in nice places up in the helicopter and then give them a really close view of the ground very quickly. I think it'd be incentive not to litter. Saw it on a documentary and I thought it was a good idea. Also Antifa, I mean they like helicopters.
Round them all up, put them on island for people like to stop in front of you when you're shopping.
Slow walkers. If you're a slow walker in a shopping centre, come see me for some helicopter tickets. Right, I don't know if you'll hear me for the wind. We're on the causeway now, so we just parked up, but we've got a bit of a problem behind us. The Irish Sea. So yeah, we'll just wait for the tide to go out. While we're waiting, we'll get another brew on. We'll get a sausage sarnie. You can hear me. We're just waiting for the tide to go out. Oh, we're waiting. She's got some food on. There's some guy just tried pushing in front of the queue. Do you think he wants to try again? Always. Who's front of the queue now? Still sat there in your Astra. Before everybody cries at me for getting salt water on my chassis, it gets jet washed regular and I'm having it steam cleaned and wax oiled in the next week or two. So, enough with the keyboard worry stuff.
Yeah, right. You see Rich earlier on, done his gear in the river, showing it back to the on location. Right, campsite, urban survival. Get in the shower. Get your gear in the shower with you. Clean your gear. And not only that, I've only gone and left their shower gel open again, haven't they?
That's the third one, that.
Third one I've got.
Urban foraging.
Urban foraging, mate.
So what we've got is, it is just a commercial campsite. The beauty of it is though, there's no restrictions, apart from where we were the other night, the only place, of going off into the sand dunes and rocking up there. So it's not wild camping, but it's as close as you're going to get, and still have shower blocks, toilets, a shop, all the rest of it. For us, it's just nice to be at the scene in some sand dunes. It's somewhat a bit different to what we normally do in the woods. So yeah, steady away. Told you we're going Morocco, Stu.
Oh yeah, this beats Morocco.
Too scared.
Oh, they're going to be fun when you put them on. Sand on the balls. Right, so earlier on, we pulled up in the sand dunes. And lovely looking spot, but the problem was, oh, look how red I am. The wind was hammering in off the sea, and it was getting everywhere. There was sand everywhere, so you can imagine trying to cook and stuff in that. And then the finishing thing on that was a motorhome ended up pulling up as close as it could, and then set all the stuff up, unloaded all the kids, and there's kids everywhere running about, looking at the truck and all the rest of it. And we come out to get away from kids and noise and all the rest of it. So we ended up disappearing off. We've been down to the harbour. We've been watching some people crabbing and stuff. We're going to have a bash at that in the morning. Now we've seen how they're doing it, and then we've come back and we've parked up in some trees. So it's not the most remote spot in the world, but it's in the trees, it's out of the way, it's sheltered from the weather and stuff. Got the fire going, so we're going to get some food on, and yeah, steady away. There's people on Facebook and Instagram giving it the you've driven through salt water. Yeah, I'm fully aware of what salt water does to a steel chassis, and I've already put on the internet asking about places to have my chassis steam cleaned. I want the full thing steam cleaning. It's all wax oiled already, but I want it all steam cleaning off, all cleaning out inside and out, and all re-wax oiling or whatever the latest technology is inside and out. So I'm fully aware of that. That's why I drove through the water, have a bit of fun, and it is fun. And straight away people are like, oh, 4 to 5 miles an hour it is oh no, what was it, too fast. 4 to 5 miles an hour to create a bow wave, which makes a vacuum for your air intake. Well, if you've not seen a picture of my car, my air intake's above my frigging head. I think we're okay on that front. And 4 to 5 mile an hour is when you're wading through very deep water and you go in slow and slowly accelerate constantly, which makes the bow wave actually. I'm not new to this. And 15 to 20 mile an hour is way more fun when you're like showing cars how it's done.
Go on.
And the first thing, I was saying this, reading them out to Stu, and the first thing, what did you say?
I bet he's a ham radio operator.
Yeah, and I looked on, and 2 of them are ham radio. There's something about that kind of person that just has to tell everybody regurgitated information and tell it like everybody's thick or something. What is it? They're going to get the frigging TV licence van to come and follow you.
We'll take them away with all the people from earlier on. Take them up and Hilo and fucking drop them again.
Yeah, on the list with slow walking choppers and what was the other one? Antifa, yeah. It's on the list. Free helicopter rides. And on a side note, your thumbs down don't hurt me.
If you're having trouble stuffing it in there, you can always spit on it, so I'm told. Right, they're going to go in the Dutch oven with the chicken. I'm going to get smashed. We can put them on whenever we're ready. Cheers. You can see that, but there's the stuffed peppers and there's the chicken on rice.
Saturday, what we're doing, we've gone down to the harbour now. It's high tide, so what we're going to do, we've got some nets, we're going to put them in the water, see if we can get a few crabs out. If we can get some decent sized ones, we're going to have a curry, so we'll see. Oh, little bait bag. In this net here, this sits on the bottom flat, and when you feel a bit of movement, you lift it up, all the net and everything gets big, you just lift the thing out. I mean, it's kids' toy kind of stuff, but it works. Much simpler than that, so it's a nice, cheap kind of thing to put in the back of your vehicle, and if you're near any seawater, it's nice and easy.
How much did it cost?
How much did it cost? Yeah. $3 for it?
He's got really upset, lost his temper and thrown all his fishing gear in. What if there's a crab on it right now? Do you want me to tie my line around you? I'll lower you in with the basket. If you want, why don't you grab the fishing rod out with the lure on it and just fish it back out? The crabs will bite your toes. They'll get you. It's alright, he's amphibious anyway. This is not how the man in the shop said good crabbing. There's a tiny little... Oh yeah. Shell Island a couple of days now. We went crabbing this morning. We had a few too many baby shams. Well, I had a few too many baby shams last night. So we weren't up in time to get the tide coming in. So we did a bit of crabbing, but the tide was already halfway out and going out, which isn't the best time for crabs. You want them as the tide's coming in and nearly at its peak. That is when you can pull and pull and pull. So anyway, we dropped the ball on that one. So we hung about a bit, chilled on the beach, but we decided it took us like nearly 7 hours to get here. So what we're going to do, we're going to head back, get back 4 or 5 hours, something like that, and just look for a pull-up, see if we can find somewhere we can tuck in again, somewhere, I don't know, no real plans. We'll just roll with it. We've got all the kit, so we'll figure something out as we get there.
That's rookie numbers, Wales. Rookie numbers. We could do better than that.
Pop a beer and watch this.
It's a sweet matured in the oak barrel, and there's another sweet one there.
Okay.
Can't find them.
That's Shell Island, a couple of days on that. If you've enjoyed the video, leave us a comment, let us know what you think, give us a thumbs up, all them things help, and if you want, give it a share.